The reef directly in front of the Blue Lagoon resort. Smoke can be seen in the centre of the photograph where the resort now stands. Some of Truk's most well-known wrecks are under attack. Meanwhile, at the 4th Fleet anchorage, another vessel is about to enter the lagoon's history. She is a modern 4-hull steamer, the Hokuyo Maru. The plane's camera captures this dramatic photograph as a bomb explodes near the stern. Seen here in the right-hand part of the photograph, she sinks slowly by the bow, close to the Hoki Maru. I first dived the Hokuyo in August '95 from the Thorfinn. My main memory of that dive was a radio loop antenna located near the bridge. As we descended down the line, I wondered how preserved the wreck would be after 22 years. Our anchor landed in the bridge area, and the first thing I noticed was the antenna still standing. Of more interest was the telegraph, helm and compass, still in position, that were once under the cover of a wooden bridge structure. This footage was taken 12 months apart, and as you can see, someone has spent considerable time cleaning the growth off the telegraph, revealing the Japanese and English symbols. A circular brass rim is all that remains of the wooden wheel. The entrance to the radio room. The remains of the device lie in pieces on the floor. A doorway on the level below leads to a large cabin. The contents has largely disappeared. Exceptions are this hot water urn and a bath and what appears to be a radiator. The colour on the bulkheads is simply stunning. These wrecks are really underwater museums. A swim above the boat deck, nearing the port bridge wing. Strangely, no windows are fitted to this structure. An alleyway runs across the ship to the starboard wing. Every inch of the superstructure is festooned in coral. The centre island deckhouse remains remarkably intact, but a swim along the portside promenade deck reveals cracks in the structure and paper-thin walls. All decorated in stunning sea fans. A large coral plate growing on a davit on the boat deck. Hokuyo's engine room is mentioned in some dive guides as one of the highlights of the dive, but time has taken its toll, with the roof coming down and littering the area with rubble. Once upon a time, it would have looked like this view of the nearby Hoki Maru, her skylight then intact and her engine room free of debris. Sadly, just after this footage was taken, the Nagano's engine room succumbed to the elements and now resembles that of the Hokuyo. It's an indisputable fact that these wrecks cannot last forever. With the collapse of the engine room of the Hokuyo, there was little interest in any more filming, and our stay was brief. Approaching the rear mast, following a boom decorated in magnificent colour. The filming of the Hoki Maru began late in the project, which unfortunately coincided with two of the worst trips as far as visibility was concerned. We would have loved to have given extra time to this great shipwreck. Heavy bomb damage at the stern has exposed the ship's rudder mechanism. The iconic image of any shipwreck, her propeller. The depth here is 60 metres or 200 feet. Leslie fights her way around the starboard side against a strong current. And it's well worth the effort, with a great view of the propeller. Swimming forward of the bridge, the forward mast deckhouse comes into view, while a school of batfish cruise into the empty hulls. This view from the forecastle head shows a large green plate coral overlooking the number 1 hold. Looking down over the bow, revealing the windlass. A rope still curled up on the deck after more than 75 years in the sea. The Hokuyo appears to have been engaged in a minor collision. Her gunnel on the starboard side is bent in. The Hokuyo Maru is just one of those little gems that rest below the waters of this legendary place. This wreck and the Reiyo Maru are rarely visited. Reiyo burning with her forward hold on fire. The vessel in the background is the Hoki Maru. We only had time to visit the Reiyo on a few occasions, and these few clips are all we managed to acquire of the her. Although the Katsuraga Sand sits in deeper water, the Reiyo is consistently the deepest wreck in the lagoon at 66 metres. The bow of this 1920 steamship is one of the most photographic in the lagoon. A ventilator shaft high up in the forecastle head with its own inhabitants. Much of this footage was shot back in 2012, so there is a very good chance that a lot of the structure has fallen by now. An exhaust vent positioned over the galley, and just below, the entrance into it. An encrusted vice at the rear of the centre island deckhouse. A typical bath in a Japanese merchant ship. An above view of the engine room skylight. The engine room. Plating from above partly covers the steam engine. A room on the side featuring a compressor and engine room parts. Divers would travel great distances to visit either of these wrecks if they were lying individually anywhere in the world, but such is the variety of wrecks and Truk that these two vessels receive very few visitors. And it is this wide choice of shipwrecks that brings back divers here all the time.